Coinbase, Marathon, MicroStrategy, Grayscale, GBDC, they're all looking fantastic at this point. All of them are nearly at not all-time high, but highs for this year. They're all differentiating. Everything has decoupled away from the U.S. market, which is fantastic. This is what we want, right? We want decoupling. People always ask me, why is there no decoupling? Why does Bitcoin move with NASDAQ or S&P? Because the Wall Street traders treat Bitcoin and crypto like tech stocks or penny stocks, depending on which ones you talk to, I guess. But now they're starting to realize Bitcoin's different. Bitcoin is a store of value. It's digital gold. It's better than stocks. Now, I did mention today, a lot of the alts sold off, at least versus yesterday. It was last night, everything was just going crazy. And this is kind of interesting fact that short-term holders decided to take some profits yesterday, last night, as much as 2021, the last bull cycle year, or no, the last bull year of the cycle. That's what I meant, which is surprising. A lot of people came in maybe earlier this year, decided to take some profits yesterday, thought that things were a little bit too heated. That's okay. Taking profits sometimes is okay. But does this mean you should stop DCAing? The answer is no. Bitcoin's not back to 70,000 yet. Ethereum's not back to 5,000 yet. Cardano's not back to $4 and XRP's not back to $4. Solana's not back to $250. So that means there are still plenty of room to grow and to recover. And that's just to get back to previous highs. Let's not forget, we're going to hit it and break through. Just yesterday, last night, I covered about Bloomberg. Bloomberg saying Bitcoin is going to go on a super cycle and go to $500,000. $500,000 in this bull cycle. I mean, that's the most bullish prediction yet. Others have, topped out around 125. Standard Chart, I think, said 125 or 150. No, Standard Chart is at 125 by the end of 2024. You got MicroStrategy and all these guys and Mike Novogratz. They're all saying about 200, 250. Although Saylor says it could go up infinitely, so maybe he's the most bullish. ARK, yes, Kathy Wood also very bullish. I mean, everyone's bullish right now, okay? Making wild predictions, and if they come true, that's great. Anthony Popliano wrote this huge tweet. And, what's relevant in here, two things. Number one, percent supply last active 1 year ago. Holders that's been holding for at least 1 year. All-time high above 70%. Okay, again, part of the growing fundamentals, 70.5%, highest ever. So even though Bitcoin's price is not back to its previous high, you could argue, again, the fundamentals of Bitcoin has never, ever been stronger. Number of holders keep on increasing, number of addresses keep on increasing, the supply that's being held is increasing, and there's so much more. El Salvador is now in the green, right? Tomorrow when I cover my DCA portfolio, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the green. MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor are in the green. Everyone is in the green right now, and someone that doesn't want to miss out on Bitcoin is just going right past this resistance right now. 42.2, it is looking good. Max Keiser. We haven't talked about Max Keiser for a while. Max Keiser, one of the biggest Bitcoin bulls, even way before Michael Saylor. I mean, he's kind of out of the spotlight, so to speak, doing his own thing. But Max Keiser, man, he got in very early. Very early. I mean, I still remember when he said that he tried to give Alex Jones 50,000 Bitcoins. 50,000 Bitcoin, not dollars worth of Bitcoin. 50,000 Bitcoin. He gave it to him on a laptop just to get him to recognize and talk about it. And then Alex Jones, years later, said, I just threw away the laptop. I mean, that's like, how much is that? That's $2.1 billion that Max Keiser gave to Alex Jones that he threw away. Now, you got to think, if he gave someone 50,000 Bitcoins, how much does he actually own? You think about it. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, whoever he is responding to was defending, I guess, gold. This guy called Shareboy says, why do some Bitcoiners act like spoiled brats about gold price, with Mad Max being the worst offended? I'm up 50% on my junior gold mining stocks in 6 months. Max responds, I'm up 20 million since 2011. I think that was a mic drop. Mic drop moment. But yeah, I mean, not everyone got into Bitcoin so early, you know. But still, you don't need to be in 2011. You could have got in 2013 like I did, or 2017, and still be up thousands and thousands and thousands of percent. Now, Max Keiser also think that there is some kind of God candle that's coming that's going to drive Bitcoin up to $100,000. Why is that God candle coming? Because he believes Qatar is rumored to be buying $500 billion worth of BTC. Is that right? $500 billion. $500 billion worth of BTC. Is that coming? Someone asked me about it the other day. $500 billion of BTC. You know, even if that was done OTC market, there's not enough. I doubt there's 500 billion worth of BTC in the OTC market. See, this is why people ask me, well, if these big institutions and these big dogs keep buying through OTC and it never hits the order book, so it never affects the price, can't this go on forever? Well, no, because there has to be sellers in the OTC market. If someone comes and says, I want to buy 500 billion worth of Bitcoin, there's not enough sellers on this planet to fulfill that. That would dry up the OTC market, and guess where else the Bitcoin's going to come from? The exchanges. So that's reality. If that happens, can that drive Bitcoin up to $100,000 almost instantly? The answer is yes, because that's a crazy amount in one swoop. So God candle may be coming. Max Keiser, 20 million % profit. Yeah, I don't know how rich Max is. He might be the richest man on earth, and we just don't know yet. He doesn't disclose how much Bitcoin he has, but just think about if he could give 50,000 Bitcoins to someone else as a gift. Just imagine how much he actually holds. Now, moving on, stock to flow, looking pretty good. We're getting back on track. We need to hit that magical 100,000 mark first. But if this holds true, you look at, like, the last cycle was the only time where the yellow didn't break through that gray line, which is considered a stock to flow model. So we touched upon it, but we didn't break it at $70,000. But you notice that the times before, yes, we would hit it, not only that, and break through. So now this time around, are we going to see that again because of the institutions and Qatar throwing in $500 billion worth of Bitcoin, right? If so, where is this next gray line top? That shows it's right under $1 million. That's showing, like, if I had to guess where that's plotted, probably like 750, 800,000. Does that mean that we're going to shoot straight up from where we are to $800,000 by 2025? Again, I like to think so, but I you know, even that's a little bit too bullish for me. That's a 20x from our current level. I guess if you look at it that way, 20x is not that far off. First things first, got to break 100,000, which I know is coming, and then we can focus on that 800,000 afterwards. All right, what else is there? Someone mentioned that there is some Binance Whale back. 1,500 Bitcoin in bids right here, right where we are. That's why Bitcoin refuses to go down, because this whale is just scooping up anything in this range between 41,000 and 42,000, basically eating up everything. This could be Qatar. I mean, they might not just throw 500 billion on one order, but you know, they could just be plotting and putting their bids forever, until Bitcoin just keeps on going up because there's not enough supply for demand.